Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and this is going to be a One Piece Manga 686 prediction. Now, before I really get started on this prediction, I just want to say, I know last week I did not get out the One Piece prediction, and I know what I've said in the past, but I'm thinking that that may actually be more of a regular thing. Not that I won't be getting out One Piece predictions, but I'm thinking about, I'm probably going to end up doing them every other week, maybe, most likely I will. And the reason for that is basically because, and this is no offense to any One Piece fans out there, I'm a One Piece fan, but I feel as though the story doesn't advance enough over a week usually. I'm not saying that Oda doesn't put a lot of different content in his chapters, because he certainly does, but I feel as though sometimes it's not enough for me to actually make a concrete prediction off of, or anything really worth talking about all the time. I mean, if we do get like 2 chapters in a row where there's just a lot of information in it, for example, I remember probably at the end of the Fishman Island arc, we got like several chapters talking about like the world government and talking about what's going on in the One Piece world regarding Blackbeard's Devil Fruit and all that. You know, we get several chapters like that, and of course I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But you know, I'm thinking about doing it every other week, just because I feel as though like it gives the story more time to progress. But anyway, this week's One Piece chapter centered around, of course, Luffy and Momonosuke. Or Momonosuke. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm pronouncing it perfectly right, but I mean, I think it's Momonosuke. And basically, Momonosuke, we finally get to see him. We know that's Kinemon's son. And it's kind of weird because we see Momonosuke as a dragon. Now, we end up finding out through the course of the chapter how he ends up becoming a dragon. I mean, of course, at one point in time, he was just a little samurai kid. He got trapped on the island. He didn't really get along with the kids too much, not because they were mean to him, because they were nice to him, but he just seemed like he was more of a loner. Kind of act a lot like Kinemon when we first saw him, how he didn't really want anybody's help. He just wanted to do everything on his own, so that may be that samurai pride. But anyway, Momonosuke eventually ends up coming across a devil fruit in Caesar Clown's lab, and when he ends up doing that, he ends up, of course, eating the fruit. And, you know, that's how he turns into the dragon. And he ends up escaping and basically end up hiding out in Caesar Clown's lab and different places or whatnot. Now, probably one of the more interesting things, and probably one of the biggest things that really intrigued me about this chapter, was the fact that the devil fruit was a man-made devil fruit, which I had never heard of seeing man-made devil fruits at all. Looking at anything else that goes on in One Piece, I don't think there ever has been a man-made devil fruit. Although we have seen, or you know, how the pacifistas are able to use light beams similar to Kizaru's. I don't think they move at light speed or anything like that, but they have similar properties to Kizaru's. So I guess you can say, well, you know, we know that Vegapunk does know how to mess around with different devil fruit powers and be able to transfer them to other things, such as the pacifistas. But it's kind of interesting that he made his own devil fruit. So I mean, hey, you know, just imagine what else we're going to end up seeing later on in New World. Different kinds of devil fruits that maybe Vegapunk may have engineered. You know, crazy things that we may end up seeing later on. But one of the biggest things, I guess you could say, is that now Luffy finally, you know, after talking to Momonosuke, hearing his story, they're getting ready to escape from the, I guess, the pits of the sewer, wherever they're at underneath the base. And Momonosuke ends up, you know, I'm not exactly sure. I didn't really understand it, but I don't know exactly what triggered him to all of a sudden jet off and fly into the air. But basically, he ends up hopping on Momonosuke's back, and they end up jetting off into the air. And of course, we end up seeing more fighting in this chapter. I know the previous week we ended up seeing Smoker versus Virgo, which was pretty good and interesting to see. And this week we're seeing a little bit more of course, Tashigi and Sanji. I think they were running a little bit more from the gas. And of course, Monet versus Robin, Zoro, and Chopper, I believe. So that fight, now we know that Monet can actually use snow, or we already knew that she could use snow or manipulate snow, but now we actually know that's pretty much probably her devil fruit power. So I'm kind of wanting to see, like, you know, I mean, I don't know, I kind of feel like that's kind of overwhelming, like, for Zoro to be there helping along with like Robin and Chopper, Nami. I don't know, I just feel like that's too much. It's like, dang, that's like, she's almost like at a disadvantage. So I'm kind of wanting for them to be more villains involved, because I don't know, that's just again, I don't see how she can sit up there and even really put up a good fight in this particular situation. But Oda's probably going to do something very interesting with this, or, you know, hopefully he'll do something interesting with this. We know Luffy's on his way to fighting Caesar. That's what he's trying to do, go ahead and get to Caesar. So I'm kind of wanting him to kind of speed up the process, fight against Caesar, and get out of there, move on to the next island so we can see all the different stuff involving, like, the supernovas, and, of course, more importantly, right now, of the warlord, or the Shichibukai. I don't know why I can't think of his name. Doflamingo. Yeah, I want to see Doflamingo. So, I mean, hopefully we'll get to that within, I don't know, the next year or so, because I know Oda's pace isn't necessarily, like, really fast. I mean, he's not like a jet or anything like that. He's not going to just speed through everything just to get to something that we all want to see. So, I don't know. I mean, next chapter probably will focus more on the fights or whatnot. Don't think we're really going to see Luffy. Maybe we'll see Kinemon next chapter, especially since we've seen Monosuke in this week's chapter. So I don't think they're going to meet up right now, but probably maybe a few chapters down the line, I could see it happening maybe towards when Luffy's going to end up fighting against Caesar Clown. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to rate this video. So if you liked it, please put a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, then you can put a thumbs down. The choice is yours. Also, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you like my videos and you would like to see more. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.